Chapter 5 Stormbound Lockdown. Maddie. Aaron went to look out the window, looking completely at ease, like the storm didn't bother him, like nothing much did. He wasn't just confident, he was comfortable in his own skin in a way I couldn't even imagine. I watched him from across the cramped space, a strange tightness curling inside my chest. His presence felt solid, steady. I wondered, what would it feel like to carry no weight on your shoulders? To not have a future written out for you before you even knew what you wanted? His dark eyes flicked over and caught me looking. I dropped my gaze to my mug, pretending the tea still warmed my hands. It didn't. I wasn't supposed to be here, not in this cabin, not with him. But I couldn't find the energy to fight it anymore, and maybe that terrified me more than anything. I have responsibilities and expectations. I don't expect you to understand that, I said finally, hating how brittle my voice sounded. His eyes stayed steady on mine. Tell me, Princess. I winced at the nickname, but it didn't sting the way it used to. I heard it differently now. Less mockery, more invitation, like he wanted me to let him in. Still not a princess, I muttered. He didn't smile. Everyone's just been waiting for the mate bond to hit, and then I'm supposed to get to work creating the next generation. I forced the words out like peeling off layers of skin. The silence that followed felt sharp. I've been relieved that it hasn't happened, I whispered, barely audible. Every month that passes, I'm relieved. There, the truth, the shameful, disloyal truth that I'd buried even from myself. Aaron didn't react like I expected. He just watched me, thoughtfully, calm, not judging. Is it that you don't want kids, he asked eventually, voice low, or that you want the choice? The question stopped me cold. No one had asked me that before. I looked down. I want choices. Silence again, but this one felt different, less tense, like something between us had shifted. Choices aren't easy to come by in packs like ours, are they? His voice was quiet. What's the worst part of that for you? I blinked. No one had asked me that either. I licked my lips. I guess it depends on the person, but for me, it's the way everything's mapped out. There are so many rules and traditions. And you're afraid your mate would force you to follow them? I hesitated. We need order. His brow furrowed. That's your answer? I frowned at him, defensive. It's what my father says. And do you believe it? I squeezed my hands tighter around the mug. The creator governs mate bonds. The pack governs the rest. So your whole life you've been told to follow a path someone else chose. I couldn't answer. My throat was too tight. I hated how easily he could see through me. With numbers dwindling, girls being rare, I get why your parents are scared, he said softly. That doesn't mean you should be. I looked at him then, really allowed myself to look at him. What about you? I asked, voice rough. Are you sticking? Yeah, he said it simply, like there was no other opinion. He came back and retook his seat, and something inside me eased, not because I needed him here. I didn't, but because maybe, if someone like Aaron chose to stay, it meant something here was still worth fighting for. So then you're part of the structure too. I am, but in my own way. You're lucky, I said before I could stop myself. You get a choice. His face softened, but he didn't say I was wrong. My mum seems happy, I offered quietly. She found her way. Your dad's one of a kind, Aaron said. He lets her. Yeah, I admitted, he does. And I wanted that, I realized. Not freedom from the bond, but freedom inside it. The chance to be myself without having to fight for it. A sudden loud noise jolted both of us, the heater clunking to a halt. Then the lights flickered and died. The silence was absolute. Neither of us moved. We'd better check before it gets dark, Aaron said, standing. I followed him with my eyes as he stretched. His sweatshirt rode up just enough to expose the hard line of his stomach. I stared before I could stop myself. I imagined pressing kisses to that skin, and heat pooled in my stomach like molten lava. I looked away fast. What was wrong with me? The storm wasn't the only thing dangerous in this cabin, and I wasn't sure which of us would break first.